Hey there, YouTube. It's been a long time. A little bit too long, I guess. But I got good news for you, I think. I've heard whispers, rumors, as it were, that what once was, in fact, still is. And that sitting on top of a clay hill in a structure of faded red lies a beast. But I won't know for sure until I see it with my own eyes. What beast could it be? Let's go find out. The rumors be true. Now, it's been a minute since I've been out here, and I don't do as much mechanicking and monkey wrenching as I once did. However, once a grease monkey, always a grease monkey. And this primate really would like to hear that machine back there run again. Hopefully it won't be too hard. Let's find out. There it sits. Doesn't look too worse for wear. Dang, somebody must have stolen my headlight bezel. Or maybe it just broke off. That's probably more likely. Doesn't look too bad in here. You can tell it's been a while. Got some mold or pollen or something on all my rubber. But I don't see any big dirt dauber's nests. Well, you can't see in there, can you? I better open that air cleaner up and make sure there's no dirt daubers in it. No dirt daubers. I really need to abandon this Chevy air cleaner and go with a cold air intake. I've been reading my intake temperatures and they're surprisingly high. I took one day, this is more than you asked for, but one day I took a not washing machine hose, a dryer hose. It's like 3 or 4 inches in diameter. And I just kind of clamped it around here and piped it outside of the truck to see if I could reduce the intake temperatures, and it worked. However, it looked horrible, and I don't like to leave things looking horrible, so I took it back off. I need to make a more permanent solution, so if you've got any suggestions of a clean way to pull that off, 60% ears. Not all ears. 60. Now, whenever I leave this thing sitting for several months, like I tend to do, I always take the negative off of the battery cable. And this is bad practice. You should really clamp it down on there good, but I just sort of, wiggle it around with my hands till it's tight enough. Again, don't recommend it, but better than nothing. So there we go. You got to squinch your face up when you do this, because that helps you get it on there good and tight, as the Germans would say. Now we're coming around here to the back. I'm going to have a sniff of the gasoline for educational purposes, of course. And let's just sniff it. Smells remotely like gas. What do you think here? Can you smell it? No, I guess not. It's a good idea if you're gonna leave them up to have real gas in them instead of that nasty old ethanol gas. But all I ever put in this thing is ethanol, and occasionally I put some Stabil or fuel treatment in it. I did not do that this time, so hopefully that doesn't come to bite us in trying to get this thing started. Always a good sign when you got lights. Maybe our battery will be hot. All right. We'll turn the key. Hopefully I don't have to get in the truck. It's fuel injected, so there's not much more I can really do from inside. You hear all that rumbling? So that noise you hear right now that sounds a little bit like a bumblebee that's stuck under my truck is a Holly red fuel pump. And right now it is pumping my surge tank full of gasoline. And once it gets the surge tank completely full, which happens in about 2 seconds, it recirculates the unneeded gas back into the tank. Now, the actual priming that goes from my high pressure inline fuel pump at the surge tank to the fuel injection system, it only primes when I turn the key on. So listen to that run for 2 or 3 seconds, and that's the high pressure pump priming. So there's a certain way that it sounds, and if you haven't run it for a while, often it will make a bubbly sound like bum, 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 and that's not what you want. You want a nice, smooth, even sound, which is what we've got now after our second turning of the key. So without further ado, let's turn the key. Ooh. You can hear my lifters rattling. It's been a while since they've been oiled up. So let's see if we've got oil pressure. Well, I forgot to show you. There's my oil pressure and my voltage. So all that's working great. And our little test run of the electronics. Got blinkers, got headlights, got parking lights, but not back here. We've got warm-up underway. That's good. This is the various parameters that the computer's reading. Very good. That's why it's idled up. I was probably testing something, or had some reason it was idled up. I think I usually like about 800. Let's see if it'll move on down to 750. And just for fun, let's go. Let's just see how low we can go. There's other adjustments you can make on this system, and I think with this engine, with the setup I've got, 800 really is effectively as low as it will go. So I'm gonna go back and change that to 800. It's something, I haven't done this in years, but it's something to do with idle air counts. There you have it. Still runs after all this time. Man, I don't know the last time I posted a YouTube video. That was probably the last time this thing ran. Just kidding. It's run since then. But it's been a minute. ripped off of it that were not properly secured.